Contest of
The
speed.
contest of speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
I'm doing great. Excited for another race. It's been 2 great ones so far, so expecting a third to be the same. That's it.
Testing 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Yep. Perfect. Well, my audio is not working off the rip of that. I don't know why that happens. Amazing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here. There is someone talking behind the mic, not just Sean Boy talking to himself. I think you guys can hear Sean Boy. Sean Boy, you want to just double check and say something right quick?
Oh, yeah. Just make sure. I guess I'm here as well.
There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we were commentating you guys through that entire first bit of that, but man, some gold missed for sure. But we are here in Miami for round 3 of the AM2 championship tonight. Home race for many of these drivers, lots of pressure on the drivers, but DK Nortec jumping into P1 along with Speedy, which is one of the teams we saw jumping into that fight last week. Let's take a look now. Uh, while we were just having a brief reset after not having a mic, let's take a look at the standings from last week. We've got the driver standings on board right now. Orlando taking the win last week, jumping into first in the drivers. M1K just behind, taking up 2 positions. Red Arrow after the round 1 win drops down to third, and McLaren in fourth as well. Then Speedy Bullet, the Kick Sauber, just behind, and DK Nortec is in seventh with Metacashel splitting the 2 Saubers. So 3 teams within the top 7 positions, and we'll flip it over to the constructors now, where you can see McLaren has taken that top spot. Only 10 points behind is Haas. Home race for the American team, looking to have a good result tonight. And Kick Sauber a few points behind them. But those are your early favorites going into round 3. See, Speedy must just be coming into the pits now. Everybody's kind of completed their first set of laps. Sweens is in the pits. Soul Flat Top, one of our new drivers, just comes across the line, jumps up to P15. And this will be the first time this season we actually get to see the duo in the Red Bull of Tin Man the Rowdy and Fireball. So these guys have a little bit of work to do to catch up to everybody. And 27-0 is the benchmark as it stands. If you missed the start of the stream, we are expecting some light rain. Not seeing any drops as of yet. But it is looking like they're flirting with that 27-0. What is Tim Man going to do his first lap around here in AM2? P9, 27-9. Not a bad lap there for the Red Bull driver, and his teammate is Fireball on an outlap. Topic that we touched on a little bit. We didn't really get to cover in full extent. Tin Man not driving along with Jay this season. He's new teammate Fireball, which in Sean Boy, you're in my existence in COS. AM3 started in season 9, and that's when both those two gentlemen joined us along with us. They have been teammates almost every season that every season that they've both been racing. So it's quite a shock to see them in the same tier and not in the same team.
Yeah, it is quite surprising. Not sure why they did that, but who knows?
Who knows? Potentially a podium interview. That could be one of a spicy questions to ask those drivers. See what they think, but they've got to achieve that podium for us to ask those questions. Orlando, a crowd favorite, sitting P5. Chipman, alongside him in the McLaren, he's sitting P2. Very important for the constructors battle. Red Arrow is the lead Haas driver tonight, as it stands. Yeah. On board now with the Red Bull driver of Fireball. They have not enabled their telemetry properly, so if they show up as player later on once we get into the actual race, that could be a potential reason. Kick getting out of the way there. We go through that Italy a little bit. Turn 13, 14, and 15 now. Really horrible chicane, if I'm being perfectly honest. I hate that part of this track. And now we've suffered enough. We are on a nice straightaway. Full throttle. Rain says it's coming, but that approximate forecast is really pulling through right now, as no rain has shown up on the circuit, allowing these drivers to put in some decent attempts. And Fireball, the new teammate along Tin Man, is going to jump ahead of Sweens, who has not set a lap yet. There's their first lap for Fireball in constant speed. Welcome to the league, sir. And someone made a request to jump on board with the one, the only DK Nortec, and I believe he is the one who just let the Red Bull by. So let's jump on board with the man who's sitting on pole right now, Huffendoback, requesting we jump on board with the kick driver. And why not? He's sitting on pole. Probably, I don't know about you, but I prefer this section of the track. It's a fast section. You can really feel the, I don't know, the advantages of driving a Formula One car through that chicane. That's not where Formula One really excels.
I mean, not a not a favorite track in general of mine. It took a really long time for me to figure out how to take the car through that section, but when you do it right, you can do it extremely fast, and it is a lot of fun, but it's not easy to do it right.
Not easy to do right. DK is actually going to get a cheeky little toe here from the Ferrari ahead. Ferrari's pulling off to the left to let DK by. DK not taking full advantage of the toe. Is the Ferrari going to let him by? Looks like he is. Tucks right behind to try to get a toe for himself across the line. And what is DK going to do? Is he going to give everybody the under? And he does. 26.7. That is a pretty decent lap for the Sauber driver. And he's looking refreshed this season. I know last season he was a little bit down on himself, saying he hadn't had some good results, and he did a really good race in Vegas that didn't pan out the way he would have liked. But there's some performance from DK. AO as well, the Mercedes up into P3. That's another name that we haven't seen up in the leaderboard that high so far this season. And another one, his teammate, C9 Wolf. He was just in P6. Looks like he just got bumped down by M1K. 1K sitting P3 as it stands, but C9 and AO putting their bid in for another sneaky little team in the constructors this season potentially. They play their cards right. You never know. Oh man, 69,000 on the under now that everybody's realized the under's hit. That's just amazing. Well, we'll have to get to race prediction in. If anybody wants to make a suggestion, it only costs you a couple thousand points, and you can get to prediction that you'd like to have. See who can jump on board with here. Who could be setting a lap. Entree is going to be coming across the line here. Two green sectors for the Ferrari, sitting in P15 as it stands. Where is he going to jump to? Oh, he stays P15 with that lap. I wonder if he was using any battery. Yes, he was on that lap. Proves his lap time. Not his position this time. Another new driver, SOLZ 23 Souls 23, I guess. I think they're jumping in for reserve tonight, so very packed grid, very infrequent that reserves actually get to race, but Souls getting the call up tonight. Speaking on that, there will be something coming out for all you reserves in the AM side soon. Well, all you AM2 reserves in the AM side soon. So keep your eyes open. We want to get you guys racing. So, but that being said, Souls is sitting P16 as it stands. They're just coming around the track to go back in the pits, I believe. 5 minutes left in qualifying. Boy, who do you think is going to take it tonight? Looks like the Saubers, are very quick tonight. Speedy's 1 and 2 with DK.
I mean, I don't know if I even really want to give a prediction for who I think might win. The first two races, I think who I predicted, it didn't end well for them. So,
Boy, absolutely fearing the curse right now. He does
yeah, I
not
am. I don't want to do it again.
does not want to even come close to it right now. But 4 minutes left. Potentially a couple drivers coming out of the pits to do outlaps right now. ASAP Loggy, C9, AO, all out of the pits. And Meta Kestrel, I believe, is not on a lap right now. They're 5 seconds off their lap time. Could be just warming up those tires. Oh, I believe they just completed. So sitting P7. Orlando, oh my goodness. Jumps up to P2 with a good lap. He was a little bit further down the order there. The red arrow be starting a lap here, I believe. He is. He is actually. He's got 0% battery. unless that's a glitch. But I know Arrow has some weird things going on with his telemetry. Orlando's actually out. He DNF'd right in front of Arrow. Oh my goodness, that is graphic. Wow, Orlando out of the session. P2 is going to be the best he can do. That was his in lap as well.
That's interesting. It's not what you want to see.
Not how you drew it
But
up.
he's got a good time in there at least. So
I actually see raindrops now. I see raindrops coming down. This is gonna be probably the end of qualifying, actually. The order is gonna stay as is, I believe. Because the rain is starting to come down now. DK Nortec did the job when he had to. Orlando kind of getting bailed out from that rain. No one able to improve at this stage. The rain really pouring it down. Let's see how C9 Wolf is doing. He was on an outlap. I have a cat scratching my door. And yeah, C9 is jumping into the pits. I think this is gonna really bring this is like a buzzkill to qualifying here. This is the end. Rain is coming down. Fireball is just rounding out his lap. Don't think he's gonna be able to improve. Why is USB things unplugging? I don't get it. Yeah, that is a wet finish to qualifying today. Wonder if we're gonna see any weather in the rain. But Sauber looking strong. They're taking the fight to McLaren and Haas. Red Arrow down in P10 right now. Teammates up in P5. Red Arrow was the lead Haas for a moment tonight, but finds himself behind the 8 ball as it stands. I have no idea what keeps unplugging and replugging in. Every 2 seconds I get the USB notification that something's unplugged.
man has some faulty connection happening somewhere.
Something is not quite plugged in, and I don't know what. Oh, is it my keyboard? I think it's my keyboard. Mystery solved. It's the keyboard. All right, 30 seconds left to qualifying. I think this is gonna be it. So DK is gonna take pole. Orlando's on P2 with Speedy just behind, so it's a Sauber McLaren, and then we got M1K in the Haas in P5, AO P6. Good result for him starting in P6. Meta Kestrel is in P7, right alongside his teammate ASAP Logi in P8, and we got C9 Wolf in P9. Red Arrow is in P10, a little bit outside where he would have hoped to be. He'd be fighting with that constructor tonight with his teammate, but anything can happen here in Miami. I remember a couple seasons ago for one of my races, I was out of the race after the first lap with wing damage and took an absolute gamble on a strategy with the rain coming and put on the inters under the safety car when it was fully dry. Lo and behold, started raining as soon as the safety car pulls into the pits, and I ended up getting a podium that race. So you never know in these races, no matter where you start from, things can happen here, and we've seen some rain already. We should do a race prediction. So I'm not penalties is not the way to go on this, because there's not too many places to extend track limits. Could do safety cars. Oh, Pablo coming in with a request. That is. We'll respect that. I'll get that typed in real quick. It was
This is maybe 5.5.
okay. Over under 5 DNFs. 5. There we go. We'll do, I feel like that's a lot. I feel like under is definitely the way to go here. If there's over 5.5 DNS, mind you, these guys have not had a safety car yet in season 15. So, um, put some respect on these boys' names. But before we disappear, your top 10: DK, Orlando, Speedy, Chipman, M1K, AO, Meta, ASAP, C9, Wolf, and Red Arrow. But we'll be back in just a moment.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest to speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Oh my goodness. The race is about to start. These guys were ready with their strategies tonight. And it's lights out and away we go. For the Miami Grand Prix, DK Nortec leading into turn 1. McLaren just behind of Orlando with Speedy pushing him through turn 2 and turn 3. Decent start for the boys off the line. M1K still holding that 5th position. AO in 6th. And a little bit of a gap back to Meta in P7. Oh, yellow flag in the back. Looks like actually Souls is off the track. Aston Martin. And we're off in Miami. Oh my goodness, that cutscene was going way too long, but AO's getting overtaken now by Meta. Meta making up a huge gap through those S-curves. He was a bit behind. AO is now going to be under pressure from Hysteria behind. A lot of drivers on the medium so far in this race. Oh my goodness, what was that? I think that was just a visual glitch. I thought there was a huge crash. But M1K on the hards, Red Arrow on the hards. He's dropped down 3 positions, and Rob's Boy on the hards. Entree's up to P12 on the mediums. Looks like AO is getting back ahead of Meta into the final corner. Meta's pushing him through across the line. And DK Nortec leads lap 1. It's Sauber McLaren yet again. Going through turn 4. This battle with the AO and Meta, I think this is a close battle on track so far as we go through lap 2. Boy, anything you're seeing out there on track so far?
A lot of still wheel-to-wheel racing. It looks like nothing crazy, but a lot of clean racing as it has been. Same as the first 2 races, really.
Hysteria is getting past here. By the Williams of ASAP Loggy going through the chicane. Oh, it's all getting bunched up. Alpine getting a Haas front wing. Nope. Damage though, I think. These cars look pretty robust tonight. They brought the NASCAR spec.
Well, we are in America.
Ooh, actually, Orlando has made a position up on DK Nortec. He's fighting for the lead here. Oh, in the background, you can see Chipman having to avoid Speedy. The fight for the lead is starting to heat up already. I thought DK Nortec had decent control on it, but the next time I looked up at the leaderboard, he was in P2. Let's reclaim that lead now. Orlando really trying to fight back for it. All of his fans tonight, and very close, the closest race that they'll have to a home race tonight for Orlando. You know, Orlando's from Mexico, so. And a lot of these drivers also will be closest they get to their home race, I guess. No Canada in the calendar this season. There is Coda at the end. And here's Orlando looking up the inside. Not going to have enough room into turn 11 through turn 12. Biker Craig also cheering on the Saubers. You can see the Sauber there just sliding to go through the chicane. Turn 13 and 14. Now looking back at Orlando, I'm not sure. I've never seen this camera angle before, but it is pretty wild. Red Arrow's made up a couple positions since his slow start, but Orlando in the final corner with the DRS. Well, the final real corner. 2 more corners to the track after that. Turns 18 and 19, and DK is looking around the outside. He's gonna have the advantage going around through turn 2, and he actually has a move done already. As you were to start this 4th lap, same positions as we started the 3rd lap with. That being said, they have exchanged multiple positions throughout that lap. So M1K absolutely loving it on the hard tire. He is just watching this battle, waiting for his tires to come into play. He's gonna be ready to pounce. Orlando's #1 fan in the chat. And Miami has some pretty good camera angles, I would say. DRS active for M1K, some DRS for Orlando. M1K is looking to make his first move of the race. He's gotten a little too ambitious though. A little bit of contact with the Sauber ahead. He was trying to make an overtake on Chipman, but he got alongside the Sauber ahead. That's lost him a bit of time, but he still can see that battle ahead. He's just going to have to try to claw back that time. He lost 1.5 seconds behind. It is tricky to catch up on this track without the DRS. This train here, all on the train, all with the DRS. Orlando on the inside again of DK Nortec. Chipman doesn't have the move this time. Orlando is fully ahead into turn 17, turn 18, turn 19. And we start the lap yet again. Is DK going to try to pull the same move he has the last 2 laps on the outside? No, he's going to the inside. And DK looks like he has that position taken back. And he's okay with losing that position down the final stretch, as long as he can have a decent run going down the pit straight. That being said, Orlando has a decent run coming out of turn 3, but doesn't have the car far enough alongside into turn 4. Fight for P1. Lap 5, and already a whole bunch of overtaking happening. Top 5 have slightly pulled away. That being said, M1K clawing back into DRS range, 3/10 closer than he once was after making that mistake. Him and the Rowdy up in the P8. He's got the DRS ahead on AO on P7. AO is keeping touch with Meta Kestrel ahead, doing very well. Looks like C9 Wolf was one of the ones to drop down in the early stages. May have had a bit of an incident, unfortunate. Mercedes drivers, they looked really good in qualifying, so you know the pace is there. Now AO trying to keep Tin Man at bay. AO is also trying to attack on Meta Kestrel ahead. Takes a bit of a look. Does not have the space though. Looks like DK has the speed to keep first place going into turn 1. Couple battles forming on track. It's like this is one of the other ones. Rob's boy Entree, Lecture Archer actually taking the lead. of this battle, but McRib, C9 Wolf, and ASAP Loggy all involved in this. Oh, it's getting a little hectic. Oh my goodness. Mercedes, a C9 Wolf. He's just behind Entree now, who's the lead of this pack, but he's going to be under pressure from either Rob's Boy or ASAP Loggy here. Rob's Boy on the inside. He's looking to take that move yet again. Looks like he has. Mercedes and Williams. Oh, Mercedes getting a little sideways. Bunch of contact there between those two drivers. No damage as it appears. Yellow flag in sector 2. Green flag's back out though. You're all good. We ain't talking, Pablo. We just admiring the race, dude. What's there to say? These guys are just putting out all, the action. Hello? You hear us? Yes. DK Nortec is doing everything he can to keep these two McLarens and his teammate behind him, though. I'm sure he would love if Speedy could get a little bit closer and maybe take that position from Orlando. Doesn't look like he's got the pace tonight. So it's okay, Pablo. I appreciate that. We were just taking a moment.
He's looking out for the boys here.
Yeah, he's looking out for us. I appreciate it. It's so unlike you. Not sure why it's not highlighting the driver that I'm spectating, but we are on board, well, off board. We're watching the battle between DK Nortec and Orlando, who has led into turn 1 for the first time tonight, I believe. DK Nortec managed to get in that position back every single time that he took it. But this will be the first test to see if DK is falling off a cliff a bit here with those tires, or if he's going to be able to retake that position down this long straight, head towards turn 11. That's stadium section through 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Horrible section of racetrack, but that's where we're headed. M1K is closed back in within DRS range, so his hard tires are working for him. He is quick, especially with these guys battling up ahead. Managing to catch up to the pack. A couple little packs forming. Looks like Tin Man has actually got himself to the front of this pack. Charging back from the back of the field. Started 13th, up to 6th now, Tin Man. Nortec is leading the race again from Orlando. The Orlando fan club, widespread across the nation, is willing the McLaren push on and make the move on DK, but I believe it is going to come down to the pit strategy here, and the undercut could be powerful. What do these guys plan to do? elusive safety car could always come out. These guys not pulled it out yet this season, but safety cars can always come out, and that can always put a wrench in the strategy. Ricky Chard out in the chat. M1K is cooking. Good to see you, sir. This is the Haas driver in the driver's seat tonight. Back at the DRS train. He did have an opportunity to start his charge a little bit sooner, but he's had to wait after making a bit of a mistake and had to catch back up to the field. Really none of my things are. With M1K here, let's go. I would turn 10, blasting down the straight. Or sorry, that's turn 8. Turn 9 is a little kink down the straight. Gonna try to make a move on Chipman this time. Actually got that done. Does the charge start now? The two Saubers just behind Orlando ahead, and actually Speedy is gonna make the move. M1K is looking for a move on DK as well. Has he left the door open for the Haas? Just tucks in behind, but DK looks to be struggling right now. Could have potentially pushed a bit too hard on those medium tires to start off this race, and Orlando is benefiting now. He was pushing quite hard to try to keep him behind. Now M1K is pushing him down the main straight. Into turn 17 we go, and the Haas has the position done. A little bit of contact this Pablo. DK Nortec into the pits. He's going to be one of the first drivers to jump into the pit lane tonight. Actually, the first driver to jump into the pit lane tonight. You can tell he was struggling there. Getting some fresh driver, triggering the undercut. What is that going to mean for the rest of the top 4 drivers tonight? I guess top 5, but the rest of the top 5 tonight. Are they going to blink? Are they going to keep going on? It's 11 laps out of 29. Mysteria also making the call as it stands. And man is leading this pack. Red Arrow is right behind him, so 2 drivers looking to close back in. It looks like Red Arrow actually is maybe missing an end plate. He is missing front right end plate on the Haas of Red Arrow. And that cannot be enjoyable on this circuit. Where did DK come out? DK came out P11, that early pit stop. He's going to be in a bit of traffic here. Oh my goodness. Both Alpines wheel to wheel, making the Alpine wall as we go through the stadium section. Oh, DK's virtually pushing the Alpines through. Sweens and Wiche just nose to tail there. Also, elbow to elbow, linking arms through the stadium section, not letting the Kicksabber any window to overtake. Chipman jumps into the pits. The rest of the top 5 do not pit. That's one overtake for the Kicksabber. He's trying to navigate his way around the other one through the inside. That's going to be an overtake done. He's lost certainly a little bit of time. Where is he going to come out to in relation to Chipman? Chipman's coming down the straight here. You can see DK Nortec on the right side of your picture. It's a very tricky pit lane, and Chipman has done the overcut. So Speedy losing a bunch of time there with the early pit stop. 1 lap later was the call. Oh, sorry, not Speedy. Nortec. Nortec losing a bunch of time. 1 lap later was a call because Chipman has a bunch of free air. 5 seconds ahead now is the gap, and he's looking good as it stands. DK Nortec has 2.7 seconds to catch Chipman. That is astounding. Man, you would think that the Alpine was hired by Orlando, but I thought that McLaren and Alpine didn't get on very well after the whole Piastri thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're speaking still.
I don't think there's any under table handshakes here going on between McLaren and Alpine. Are these guys jumping into the pits? Yes, they are. Looks like M1K is going to be the only one to stay out because he is on the hard tires. And let this man just fly off in the distance now. He's got clean air. He's on a different strategy. Where are these two drivers going to come out in relation to what we saw earlier with Chipman and DK? The other two drivers for Sauber and McLaren. What was Haas versus McLaren for the first 2 rounds. Looks like Sauber McLaren tonight. Chipman actually manages to get ahead of Orlando and Speedy with that pit stop. That 1 lap earlier pit stop gains him 2 positions for Chipman. And the DK Nortec has clawed back in at DRS range, so probably used a bit of his extra tire life to close in that gap there, but he is within range now. Chipman is the biggest winner on the pit stop sequence so far.
It'll be interesting to see how long these hards survive. They will make the whole 15, 16 laps that these guys are going to need to do.
Exactly. I mean, we'll see when M1K and Red Arrow pits, but M1K picking up a 3-second time penalty there, and Ricky Chardo pointing out in the chat that Red Arrow could play a big team role here still with holding up those drivers behind. They are pretty close to Red Arrow now. You can see, looks like Tin Man jumping into the pits. Oh, and he gets a 10-second speeding penalty. That is absolutely detrimental. But just about 6 seconds there for Chipman to catch up to Red Arrow. Once he gets there, could Red Arrow play the team game here? He's driving a little bit of an injured car here without the front end plate, but is he going to be able to play a little bit of a team role here for Haas? Let's look back to on track here. This battle between the net top 5, I guess you could say. It's really heating up. We've got Chipman leading Orlando. Looks like they could be making a position swap. No, they're not this time, and we heard from them last week in the interview booth. They are good friends. They work together as much as they can, and good to see these guys doing well. The Orlando / McLaren fan club is absolutely 1000% against Red Arrow playing any team games tonight. They don't want that. That is one thing is clear from what I've just read in the chat. Orlando jumps ahead of Chipman. That's gonna. Oh no! There's a little bit of contact. Luckily, these guys don't spin around because that looked like it was going one direction and that was backwards. But luckily, both of them facing forwards now. Speedy was trying to make a little bit of an opportunistic move on the McLaren ahead. DK Nortec drifting a little bit further away from the fight ahead, and that's just, it's hard to watch when the man was sitting on pole tonight. Unfortunately, those tires just not sticking with him in the first stint, and the undercut not working for him with a bunch of traffic in his way. Just unlucky left and right for DK Nortec. One further back in the grid, we've got Hysteria pushing Wiche on here. Both these guys on the hard tire. Looks like Wiche could have potentially made a position up there because they were very close together. Yeah, fair point there by Summers. Speedy doing a good job to not fully spin Chipman around there. And looks like Speedy actually is going to be making a move on Chipman now. Going into turn A little bit of lap traffic here, or is that meta? Could yet to jump in the pits? No, that's not lap traffic. That's for position. Meta jumping into the pits now on those hard tires. He's one of the first to jump in the pits and triggering the undercut on Red Arrow and M1K ahead. Red Arrow yet to pit. Entree getting a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. God, Fred Vasseur is somewhere throwing his coffee cup. Throwing his coffee cup at the wall. Entree. Cool helmet though. Holy smokes, I just sneezed like 20 times. You really have to give Red Arrow some recognition here. He is not slowing down necessarily. He is just pulled to 15 seconds away from P3. So him and M1K, I mean, especially M1K, having an unbelievable stint right now. Sorry, Red Arrow is drifting away, my bad. Now going to be within DRS range of Orlando, I believe. Red Arrow is jumping into the pits, so he's not going to be trying to hold up these drivers tonight. He's jumping in the pits, he's losing a bunch of time, did not want to give him DRS, and M1K is all on his own now. Yeah, the Kick Sauber's doing very well tonight. Kryptonic Swang checking in, saying, let's go. He likes what he sees. M1K is out in the lead, 17 laps on those hards. Is he going to call pit sequence at this point? This is the important battle right now. If these guys squabble too much, it's going to just benefit M1K. And look at that, 15.8 seconds is the gap. Gonna have much fresher tires, and the medium compound has M1K absolutely cooked tonight, as Ricky Chardo predicted. John Boy, I need your thoughts on that.
I think he might have. I think he might have. He's gonna come out right there with the pack, really.
He's not opting to pit yet. He's only losing a little bit of time. We can check to see what their last laps were. M1K putting in a 1:31.0, so he is losing about a second a lap as of last lap. Let's see what Orlando does here on this one. Oh, he did a 1:31 that lap as well, so I mean, they're lapping about the same lap times. Closest driver to him. Why would he pit?
Yeah, he keeps those tires going as long as he can. It's just gonna continue to benefit him more and more.
There as well, DK Nortec, one of the drivers with a 3-second time penalty to his name. Orlando, crucially, right on the brink. Two warnings to his name. One more, he's going to be hitting with a 3-second time penalty. Could M1K be going for the softs? That's a very good point there, Pablo. Man, you're brighter than you look. Just kidding. Yeah, great point. He could be. I don't know how long the softs last. I remember in most tracks they're like 6-7 laps at most. Not sure which compound they are here, so that could come into play. But yeah, he could be looking for the softs. It's 15.4 the gap. Orlando is not catching significantly at this time, and he is going into the pits. What is going to be? Whitjay retires, and it's a safety car. Is that perfect timing for M1K, or is that going to hurt him a little bit here? Safety car is coming out. He's not going to have the chance to change to softs, I don't think, or is he? He's on the mediums. P2 and on goes out. M1K is going to retain the lead here.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And that absolutely plays out beautifully for him there. Let's get the safety car overlay going here. Oh, beautiful. It has not been seen in a long time. Safety car, as always, brought to you by the good folks at Tracks VR. If you aren't familiar with them, man, they've got some good stuff there. If you want to get some F1 merch, end of the season's coming on, so Black Friday also coming around. So keep your eyes open for some special Black Friday deals just for Contest Speed from Tracks VR. If you're looking for some Christmas gifts, looking for something for yourself, they're a place to go through. You can support the league Contest Speed with our affiliate links, and yeah, some of the money that you spend goes straight to us at the league and to help us run everything that we need to do with the Discord and all that good stuff. So yeah, check them out. Lots of good stuff in the Discord if you know any more information. But that being said, we've got a showdown coming our way, Sean Boy. Everybody's gonna be stacked back up here. That penalty for DK Nortec potentially hurting him a bit more now. He got a bit of a gap with Tin Man behind, but that's completely gone now. Red Arrow is on the softs. He's one of the only drivers on the softs. ASAP's on the inters. Are we expecting rain?
That might have been a little glitch in the game for him. I have had that
Well,
happen.
well, it could be a glitch, but also it says in 10 minutes it's a 77% chance of rain, which is higher than what we were expecting in qualifying, and we did see
It
rain.
it got dark quite quickly, actually. I didn't even realize until now. It's dark over that track.
I am not sure why most of these drivers have not pit yet. A lot of them on the hards didn't decide to go for the pits. I understand the track position. If no one's pitting, it's going to be a little bit more detrimental, but oh, the rain coming, you would almost think the softs are the play. But it is approximate weather. We don't know for sure if this is going to come into play. That being said, 10 minutes, 77% chance of rain. I don't know. The longer the safety car goes, and you can see how spread out that field is right now. A couple cars still in sector 3, yet to catch up to this field. Not yet through the final few corners. And we're going up through sector 2 now, behind the safety car. Could be behind here for 3 laps. 3 laps behind the safety car. That's a long time. We could see rain before the end of this race. Still.
Yeah, we could still have a long race ahead of us here.
Couple cars on the inters actually. C9 Wolf also on the inters. Are we gonna see some rain?
And it does look like we will be doing another lap behind the safety car. So another few seconds that will add on to giving it a chance to see rain come end race here.
This could really shake the end of this race up. M1K, although it did help him keep P1, I'm sure he would have enjoyed a green flag finish. Wait, safety car glitch? Hold up. Hold the phone. It is raining now. Okay. The safety car glitched and it's raining? I have no idea. Or are we green? I don't know.
No, we're not. Green? I don't know what just
The
happened.
safety car is still on the track. I don't think we're green.
But yeah, the safety car stopped.
I think it's gonna sort itself out. So let's just see what happens here. Hopefully nobody is overtaking anybody under the safety car. So Poles left the session. So 2 drivers out in the prediction. Gonna need a couple more. M1K in the pits. He's going for the inters. This is really shaking it up. Another driver into the pits as well. Looks like Speedy in the pits, Tin Man in the pits, AO in the pits, Meta in the pits. Man, they're all opting to jump into the pits, get on some fresh rubber, and specifically some fresh intermediate rubber. M1K dropping down to P7. Orlando is disqualified.
So did Chipman.
Yeah, I think something weird happened here. We'll finish the race out, but we'll have to check to see what happened with the disqualifications. There's no way that we can restart with lap 22 and a 29, ladies and gentlemen. But I think some sort of safety car glitch happened. We'll finish the race out, and we'll sort out the appropriate result at the finish. Those 2 drivers were incorrectly disqualified. That's completely unfair, and we have the procedures in place to deal with that. So, but that being said, nothing's stopping us from enjoying the rest of this race. We can't do it. We can't do a 5-lap sprint easy. It's just not fair. We have the procedures in place. We'll deal with it after the race, but nothing we can do right now. Orlando and Chipman, if you are listening, I'll send a message in the Discord as well. But we'll sort it. And it looks like safety car is actually going to be coming in this lap. So we have got green flag conditions, lap 23 out of 29. DK Nortec in the lead with that 3-second penalty, and the rain has come down here to finish off this race. Red arrow, 10-second time penalty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's just see. Oh my god, a Ferrari sending it up the inside, and he's way off the track. Rob Foyt. Oh, it's carnage into turn 1. Aston Martin off the track of Hysteria. Oh my goodness, everybody's out in the back. DK Nortec in P1 getting away decent, but Soul flats out. Electric Entree also ghosted. Another Red Bull. Oh my goodness. Of Fireball out as well. Everybody having a rough restart. But jumping back up to DK, he's under pressure here from Sweens. Sweens absolutely cooking in the wet. He's up to P2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this as we go into the stadium section. Turn 13, turn 14. Oh man. Wheel to wheel, side by side. You can't do that in the wet. Alpine of Sweens and Speedy wheel to wheel. And look at this, C9 Wolf up into P3. He's challenging for the P2. He's actually up in the P2.
Hey, man's hungry for a podium tonight.
US 0008, we did nothing. We can't control what Codemasters throws at us. We can only control our procedures, and I can tell you that we do have something in place. So hang tight, dude. We're just finishing this race out. We can't not finish the race, right? So we understand there's a full glitch that happened, and that can't be right for those drivers. So we'll finish out. We'll watch the action, but I have noted it. Lots of drivers jumping into the pits here. M1K is actually in the lead of this race. C9 Wolf in P2. And DK Nortec was still on those slick tires. It's way too wet for that now. He had to jump into the pits. Man, it's an even closer battle here with the Ferrari of Rob's boy behind. I think he's got quite a few drivers really close by. Oh, look at that DK right on the back of Hysteria ahead. He's actually making the position up. Hysteria's still on the hards, really struggling right now in those wet conditions. Speedy is closed in to C9 Wolf. Let's jump on board with the Kick Sauber driver going down the back straight here just to see how treacherous these conditions really are. Toto is on the phone with the FIA. Yes, 100%. Michael sent us an email. There goes Speedy down the inside. Oh, losing a little bit of traction in the brake. He doesn't have the confidence that C9 Wolf does on the outside. And he's really wringing the neck of that Mercedes, trying to bring home a podium for Toto, who was aforementioned on the phone with the FIA. See M1K not necessarily pulling away from C9 as well, so that's really impressive. Speedy looks to be one of the faster drivers on track right now, though. If he can break free of C9, we may see him challenging M1K, but C9 Wolf doing a fantastic job of defending right now. Yep, my bad. Thank you, MBZ. My bad. Oh, there goes Speedy down the inside. Not gonna have the braking performance on the inside line though to confidently send a move, and gotta admire the respect there. Yeah, I was waiting for the next safety car, Ricky. But some respectful racing there from Speedy, not sending the move he wasn't fully confident in. Doesn't want to end up in the side pod of the Mercedes. Ruined both their races, so backs out of that one wisely. Lap 25, up 29. We've had it all tonight. We've had wheel-to-wheel action. Cone Masters just doing its thing. What have we not had? And look at that, actually. Red arrow up in the P4. Who knows? Obviously, gonna have to look at the rulebook and what happened with the glitch and stuff like that. But still a decent race, no matter what points end up standing at the end. Red arrow having a fantastic performance. Check back now to Meta Kestrel pushing on AO and ASAP Loggy for the battle for P6.
Oh no.
Oh
They're both
no!
out. They're both out.
C9 Wolf is completely out! Oh no! C9 and who?
And ZZ. Speedy.
Oh my god! Huge incident there, I missed it. C9's out, and we've got a safety car in the last lap. Holy smokes.
I'm not sure how Speedy come out of that without a scratch, it looks like.
You're 100% right, because that was quite the mangled Mercedes that we saw. Oh my goodness. C9. How unfortunate. That was just down the straight, I guess, hey?
Yeah, they're side by side going down the straight. I'm not sure what happened, but they locked wheels and both went right.
Well, this I was saying that we've had it all. We've got even more. So that's good stuff. Safety car coming out on lap 27 of 29, which means it's gonna go in immediately after this lap. Yeah, what an evening we've had. What a headache I'm gonna have after this race to figure out what's the right way to go. But hey, you know, that's Codemasters for you.
We're also only one away from the over here for DNFs.
Yeah, we're right on the brink. One more DNF for the over to smack. And oh, we also got a new follow. Shout out to SFR Senna for the follow. Thank you very much. Hey, let's go. I'll drink to that. And field is really spread out here. You can see the Red Bull of Fireball looks to be the last driver that is caught up to the back of the pack. Rob's boy slowly closing in, but we are gonna go green at the end of this lap. There it is, the notification from race control. We are going green on the end of this lap. Safety car is ending. M1K has his teammate behind him, Red Arrow. And what a race it has been for the Haas boys. M1K really slowing it down through the final corner, and then he launches it off. Red Arrow getting a decent little run, going across the line. Oh, some drivers still not caught up. We've caught up back to DK Nortec. So P10 and on are in the front pack here. The rest kind of in no man's land. That late safety car coming out and needing 2 racing laps to complete the race. Red Arrow, M1K, your top 2. The Haas drivers, oh, a little sideways there for Red Arrow. Going through turns 5, 6. Ahead, you can see ASAP Loggy getting wheel to wheel with AO. They're going into turn 11 now. Looks like ASAP Loggy's gonna have the overspeed on the inside. Is he gonna be able to get the car stopped? Oh, really close between the 2 Williams and the Mercedes of AO. They're hanging on decently though. Yellow flag in sector 2. Looks like we're all good though now. Top 4 still as you were. Metakestrel has a bit of a run on AO now. Williams looking to overtake the Mercedes on the inside. Doesn't manage to get the car alongside in the braking zone though. AO keeping that position, and DRS is enabled on the intermediate tires. That's going to be huge for the Haas boys. Going into the final lap now. These guys are within DRS of one another. Speedy also just lingering behind, but crucially, M1K is not going to have DRS while Red Arrow will. Eight tenths is the gap between Red Arrow and M1K going down straight towards turn 11. Turns 9 and 10 we go. Hard on the brakes now, flinging it to the left, and M1K makes easy work of that. Metakestrel in behind. Oh my god, we're 3 wide into turn 11. Holy smokes. ASAP Loggy maintaining 5th, AO in 6th, and look at that, Rob's boy in 8th with DK behind in 9th, pressuring these drivers on. Looks like M1K has got a decent exit. Red Arrow as well, under a bit of pressure from DK behind. I think gonna have the position covered off here is Red Arrow, and that is gonna finish off with a win for M1K and a double podium for Haas with the kick sour in P3. Tin Man coming home P4. Oh my goodness, lots of 10-second penalties coming about here. What are we going to have to the finish line? Ayo actually jumped ahead of ASAP Loggy in the final few corners. And he finishes that race in P5. Drops down to P8 with that extra time penalty. Red Arrow also had a time penalty. So yeah, your top 5 at the checkered flag tonight. M1K, Speedy, Hitman, DK Nortec, Red Arrow, Rob's Boy, Meta. It's your 7th place finisher. And then we got who is that? Fireball, Ayo, and ASAP Loggy around your top 10. ASAP Loggy must have had a decent amount of penalties there. But yeah, what an interesting race that was. We'll have to dig into what happened with Codemasters there and see everything that happened. But yeah, we will we'll see about that, I guess you could say. That's for another time. We'll get back to you about that next week when we start our next broadcast to clear everything up. But as it stands, after the race, M1K getting the win. Very good performance there for the Haas drivers. Red Arrow coming from P10 up to P2. Really good drive from him. It was a fun race. I'm really disappointed that the glitch happened because it would have been really exciting to the end. I don't know about you, Sean Boy. Like, that kind of sucks that happened, but
Yeah, it does suck. It was disappointing to see that we couldn't see the McLarens finish that race off and see what they had to fight against M1K and his fresh tires.
exactly. Couldn't see what happened, but you know, we've both been on the receiving end of those Codemasters glitches, and never want to see that happen. So at the same token, we'll see what goes on with the stewards and everything like that. But your finishing order for tonight, as for the top 10, we have got M1K, Speedy, Tin Man in P3, DK Nortec P4, Red Arrow P5, Rob's Boy P6, Meta P7, Fireball P8, AO P9. I've actually got to get this all done. And then scroll down. Oh, I didn't make it. Okay, that's perfect. Well, that's just what you expect here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That was the race. Don't think we're going to do interviews tonight just because we actually don't know what the full podium is after that race. So, Sean Boy, any final thoughts tonight? We've got a break week next week. What do you think about the first 3 rounds and specifically tonight?
I mean, all 3 rounds, every race has been unbelievable, actually. A lot of really clean racing, obviously with the first safety car being tonight. But no, it's been great, and tonight again was another really clean, great race. The leaders have been fast all year so far, and they were swapping positions all night. It was just an exciting race to watch.
100%, yep. Exciting races, all you can hope for. It's a shame Codemasters had to throw a wrench in it tonight, but yeah, we'll be back for that next round in 2 weeks. That's at Brazil, round 4. We've got more contest of speed action tomorrow with EU1 and AM1. That's 9 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. Eastern for EU1, and 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK, I believe, for AM1 tomorrow night. Want to check those out? They're at Miami for their round 3, but AM2 will be back next Wednesday night for, not 2 weeks from now, on Wednesday night for round 4. If you want to check us out then. Thank you guys all for joining us. We will see you in a couple weeks. Peace.
Welcome back to Contest to Speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.
Contest of speed.